Welcome to Insights with Thomas Caldwell on Thursday, September the 4th, 2025. Okay, so Tom, I want to hear your thoughts. And
I do too.
there's quite a few of them. So, how is Canada progressing through our current challenges with the United States, with tariffs, and our Canadian economy?
Well, it's interesting. It's like all quiet on the Canadian front at the present time. I think the media, the press is sort of pushing, why isn't something happening? I'm going to give Mr. Carney the benefit of the doubt for the time being. I think his team are in negotiations with the United States, not about tariffs per se, but about this whole free trade agreement that comes due the early part of next year. So I think that's the bigger picture. I give him the benefit of the doubt that that's what they're working on at the present time, because that's far more important than these two specific tariffs on autos and steel. And I don't think we're going to get much flexibility from Mr. Trump in that regard. The real issue in my mind, I don't care about Trump, frankly. In fact, I'm getting really sick of hearing from the guy. There was a rumor the other day that he'd passed away, but I think that was wishful thinking on many people's parts. But I think the key here is Canada. What are we going to do? My biggest fear is the Trump fear fades and we go back to the lethargy that we've gone through for the last 10 years. And I think we really have to think in terms of growth in Canada. And that's the big issue. What are we doing to grow there? And by the way, growth does not happen with these mega projects like the Ring of Fire and pipelines and LNG. That's not growth in the economy. It'll create some jobs. We have to create ground up growth from younger people. And youth unemployment, the government says it's about 15%. Well, let me be really clear about government statistics. They lie. They're not the truth. Don't believe them for 2 seconds. They're always skewed. They're highly political. What does it mean by that? I think that's pretty clear. But youth unemployment's not 15%. If I had to guess, I'd say it's well over 20, and it could be over 25%. That means smart young people coming from university. Our biggest export is going to be these people going to the United States. There is no growth in Canada, and we've obliterated our capital markets for new financings, and it doesn't exist in Canada. That's what happens when you put lawyers in charge of an industry. So as far as I'm concerned, we got to deal with taxes, we got to deal with regulation, and we got to deal with a splintered economy with all these special interest groups and professional victims out there, whether it be Quebec, whether it be Indigenous, whether it be any other groups. We're one country, we're Canadians. Either get that sorted out or we might as well join the States.
Okay, on that note.
And that's the good news.
Now I'm speechless. On that note, let's talk about the stock market.
I think you wish I was speechless.
Canada and the United States.
Well, the American market is doing extremely well. This has been a good year for those of us in public equity markets, primarily in the U.S. In Canada, the commodities and the financials are doing extremely well. That's all Canada is now, banks and natural resources. I love it, by the way, when the banks say the economy is doing well because their earnings are through the roof. No, it means the banks are doing well. It doesn't necessarily mean the economy is doing well. But they try to confuse this. Hey, we're all in this together. No, we're not. And so the Canadian market has done well in resources and banks, financial services. The United States, the economy is still good. The economy is strong. Unemployment is low. Inflation is contained, if you believe government statistics, and that stock market's done extremely well. Trump has actually done good things for the U.S. in many ways. However, what is the cost of those things? That cost is Americans' leadership in the world. Nobody even thinks of them anymore. They're not seen as a friend, a reliable trading partner. So I think the cost is long-term, and it can be people not buying American products. It could be a whole bunch of things. So he's done some good things. Americans still kind of like him. But the cost of what he's done on a world scale basis is, I think, going to be extremely negative over a long period of time. So that's all the good news.
Wow. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for your insights.
Anytime.
And thank you all for watching. Bye for now.